the beginning of the silence. I never knew silence could be heavier than stone, until you left me, with nothing but the weight of your absence. I still remember your voice, like a candle's trembling light, fragile, beautiful, fighting against the wind of time. Every night, I replay the way you smiled, not because I can't forget it, but because forgetting would be a crime against the only beauty that ever made me feel alive. They say love heals. They lied. Love only heals when it stays. Memories like knives. Your memory is not soft, like the poet's promise. Cuts, tears. It leaves wounds that refuse to close. I walk past the places we used to go, and each one becomes a graveyard. I am the mourner. You are the ghost. Do you know what it's like to be haunted by someone still alive? To feel their shadow brush against your skin, even when they're miles away. Letters I never sent. I wrote you 100 letters and burned them all, not because I didn't want you to read them, but because you wouldn't have. There's something cruel about loving someone who has already closed the door while you are still knocking on it in the dark. If I could send you just one message, it would say, I hope you're happy. And even as I write it, I know it's a lie. I hope you miss me. I hope you ache. I hope you taste my name like salt on your lips and wish you could swallow it back. The shape of loss. Loss is not an empty room. Loss is a room filled with all the things you can never touch again. Your sweater still hangs on the chair by my bed. Your perfume still clings to the air like a stubborn memory. I am surrounded by you, and yet I have never felt so far away. When the world moves on, people tell me to forget you. They say, time will heal, but time is a cruel doctor. It doesn't heal, teaches you how to walk with the wound still bleeding. I see couples laughing in cafes, hands tangled like roots, hearts careless and loud. And I wonder if they know how fragile it all is, how one day the same laughter can sound like the breaking of glass. The night you left, I still hear the echo of the door closing, not the slam, just the soft final click that said, this is the last time. And in that sound, my entire future collapsed. It wasn't a storm. It wasn't fire. It was a quiet ending, and that is what hurts the most. If you ever come back, don't knock, just walk in. I'll pretend I was expecting you. I'll pour you tea in the cup you used to love, the one with the crack. You always said, gave it character. We'll sit in the silence. We never learned how to share, and maybe, just maybe, we'll learn how to love each other without breaking. Until then, I'll keep writing your name on scraps of paper I'll never show. I'll keep watching the sky for a sign, a bird, a cloud, a whisper that you still think of me. And if that sign never comes, I'll still wait. Not because I'm a fool, but because loving you is the only thing I've ever done right. The places you touched. Every street in this city has a piece of you. The park bench where your laughter spilled into the night air. The coffee shop where you hid your face behind your hands when I told you you were beautiful. Even the wind remembers your perfume, carries it down the alley like a secret it doesn't want to share. My hands are empty. I used to hold your hand like it was my only map home. Now my hands are empty roads leading nowhere. I keep them in my pockets so they don't look so lonely. But every time I reach for something, I remember how perfectly they fit around yours. I wrote you a song that will never be sung. The melody was made from the sound of your footsteps walking away, and the lyrics were stolen from the spaces between your goodbyes. I wonder if music can cry, because when I played it for myself, sounded like a heart shattering in slow motion. Even the sky feels heavier without you. It rains more often now, and the clouds look like they've been holding back tears for too long. I walk in the rain just to pretend that the water on my face isn't mine. The lie of moving on. They keep saying, move on, find someone new, as if love were a room you could simply walk out of. But I still live here, in the house we built, from late-night talks and stolen moments. The walls are falling, the roof leaks, but I stay, because you are the only address my heart remembers. Sometimes I hear your name, in the wind. It's not a whisper, not a shout, just the quiet recognition of a truth I've tried to bury. And every time I turn my head, expecting you to be there, you never are. Memory doesn't fade. It sharpens. It becomes clearer with every year that you are gone. I remember the exact tone of your laughter, the exact curve of your lips, the exact words you didn't say when I told you I loved you.